Have you ever craved sweets in the evening? You know, after dinner, it's not quite bedtime. Start getting those little bit of cravings? Of course you have. I have. Everybody has. So I'm going to give a treat tonight. We're going to talk about what we can do to satisfy those cravings, give ourselves a nutritional boost, and have it taste delicious. So we're going to be using pure cacao, maple syrup, vanilla, and some almonds that I've been soaking overnight in my fridge. Now, if this is something you're going to want to do, it's really not that difficult. I know people, they've said, oh, I don't want to soak almonds. What a pain. It's not a pain. It means taking a cup of almonds, putting some water over them, and keeping them in the fridge. That's it. It's that simple. That's not too much to ask. Not for pure, delicious almond milk. I don't think so. So we're going for it. So this is how it's done. It's actually quite simple. First, what we're going to do is we're going to pour the water out of the almonds. And we're going to take those almonds and put them right into the blender like that. Very, very easy. And then we're going to fill. We have a purified water system built right in. So if you would like to use any other type of purified water, you can do so. We're going to fill this up with just under a liter of water. There we go. And we got about a liter. See, it doesn't really have to be perfect, does it? It just has to work. Now, some people use more almonds, some people use less almonds. It really doesn't matter. It really, all that matters is what kind of consistency you want, what kind of flavor. If you want more almond flavor, less almond flavor, but it doesn't matter. At home, we just kind of pour it, throw it in, blend it up, strain it, and we're done with it. So then we're going to take this over to the blender, and we're going to blend it for about 60 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to blend up the almond milk. Simply put the lid onto your blender. Of course, you don't need a high super-powered blender to do this. You could use a regular standard blender. It's just going to be a little chunkier. You're going to get more flavor with the best blenders because it pulverizes it just a little bit more. So we're going to turn it on. You start off with low. And once you start to and we're done. Look at how great that looks, actually. Okay, so we've got our almond milk now. It's all been blended, but you can see it's thick, it's separated, but you're going to see something very cool. It's actually nice and foamy on top, and that's going to add a nice texture when we're done. You'll see what I mean once we get there. All right, let's open this thing up without spilling it all over my shirt. Throw it over there. Now, I like to use an unbleached cheesecloth. You can buy the cheap stuff at the dollar store, of course, and it's going to work just as well. But of course, if we're making it from scratch anyways, why not step it up? Let's turn it up to 11. It's unbleached. I think it costs like $2.99. I got 10 meters of this stuff. So it's not a big investment. Anyways, you take it, you throw it into any strainer you have lying around the house. And you just kind of want to coat it here and make sure that nothing spills over. And what you're going to do here is you're going to start slowly pouring the almond mixture right through the cheesecloth. Look at that. So easy. Oh, I just got a whiff of the almonds. It's actually really nice. It's so fragrant because when you soak almonds, you're actually activating them. You're activating the enzymes. You're almost bringing them back to life. And they become unbelievably dense with nutrition. They increase in flavor, and they become bioavailable as far as your nutrition goes. So you're not just looking at nutrition, you're actually absorbing the nutrition itself. So this takes a few minutes to soak. Now there's milk bags, things you can hang overnight. I have a friend, she has like a whole setup over her sink with milk bags. It's a little freaky when you walk into her house because she's got like almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk. But by the way, it doesn't matter what nut you soak overnight. It's the exact same process to make any kind of milk. Now, if you're not trying to lose weight and you're looking for some more protein, you can soak your cashews overnight. They soften so much to the point that you don't even need to strain it. You get a thick, rich cashew milk with the fats, with the protein, with everything in it. So that's another way. But for those of you who want to lose weight and you are concerned with that, oops, I just spilled a little bit, that happens. There you go. So now you're just going to pick it up and start squeezing it out. That's it. It's very, very simple. Oh, look how beautiful that is. And look at that, you know what happens with the rest of this almond meal when you're done squeezing out all the liquid? That's almond flour. You can actually use it, put it aside, you can add it to different recipes that you're baking with. Oh, it's amazing. Look at that. So we've got ourselves here about a liter of almond milk. Ta-da! Let's let that just finally drip out. We're going to throw that into the sink. And now, this is the fun part. So now you've got your almond milk. Now, of course, if you like almond milk, and who doesn't these days, it's a great way to get a milk replacement into your life. You can just make it and keep it in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, so you don't have to go through the process every time you want this treat. So I'm just going to rinse this out real quickly, just to get out any of the itty bitty pieces, because that's no fun. There we go. Okay, now we're making a milkshake. So the reason I'm using this pure cacao is because the way it's processed, it's got this Dutch process, and it alkalinizes it, which actually helps alkalinize our body and our system. Very, very good for us. Tons of magnesium. So that craving that you have for chocolate, that could be your brain telling you that you're deficient in magnesium, actually. So our brains know how to get it, so we're going to give it to them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some almond milk in there. Let's do about 2 cups. Okay, there's about 2 cups right there. Now, there's our almond milk. Now we're going to use about 1 tablespoon of pure cacao. Here we go. You don't want to go too hard because pure cocoa is actually cacao is quite bitter without the sweetness. But there you go. Just drop that in. Beautiful. Okay, that goes in. Now we want to use a real vanilla, real pure vanilla, because, well, first of all, if you buy an organic one, it's supporting fair trade. It comes from a country that might be having issues. Like this comes from Madagascar. So what we want to do, ooh, I didn't measure. See, at home I don't measure, but for your sake, I'm going to measure today. I hope my wife doesn't see that. I tell her never to measure. Anyway, we're going to use about, what is that here? 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. Oh, that's going to add so much rich flavor to it. Now, as far as sweetness goes, I mean, chocolate is chocolate, but we want to add some sweetness here, right? That's the issue. You're having a craving. You want something delicious. You want something sweet. Something that's going to satisfy your cravings. How about some beautiful, enzymatic, pure maple syrup? Also filled with enzymes. Actually good for you. Can help manage your blood sugar while giving you that sweet something that you're looking for. So let's throw it right in there. Oh, we're going to measure. Wow, I'm not a measurer. As you can tell, I'm more of a cook than I am a baker. But we're going to do this just for you. Just for you. We got a tablespoon. Or is that a tablespoon? So the other one was a dessert spoon. This is a tablespoon. Oh, yeah. 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. I'm making a little bit of a mess here today. And normally, I don't like to bake a big mess, but I don't know what to tell you. I'm making a mess today. So now we want to put some ice in here as well. So I'm going to take the cup that we're going to be using to pour it into, and we're going to put some ice in here. I'm just going to open it up here from the freezer and grab the ice. Where's the ice? Nothing works perfectly, right, guys? Ever. Oh, there we go. It's in the tray. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. We're just going to grab some ice here. We're going to throw it right in to the blender. Doesn't matter how much. We're making a milkshake, right? So the more ice you put in it, the frothier it's going to be. Well, you don't even understand. This is awesome. I know it looks a little bit like a crazy mess today, and I promise you my next video is going to show how to make snacks while not making a mess. But that's not today. Today's a messy one. Grab it, go over to the blender. So you've got all your ingredients in there. You've got all your nutrients, you've got your sweeteners, you've got your almond milk, your chocolate. It's going to be, you've got ice in there, so it's got actually a milkshakey thing, not like a hot chocolatey kind of feel. But by the way, you can do this with warmed almond milk as well. Then you've got yourself a frothy hot chocolate latte kind of thing. All right, you ready? Lid is on tight. We start on low so it doesn't blow off and go all over the roof like I've done twice in my life. We're going. That's it. I'm going to take off the lid over here in my messy, messy counter. And, oh, I'm so excited for this. Are you ready for this? This is going to be awesome. Check this out. That's ice cubes, by the way, that you're seeing. That's a frothy, slothy, delicious chocolate almond milkshake at 8:30 at night with almost no calories, natural sweetness, filled with nutrition, enzymes. Anyway, enough talking. I've made a mess of my kitchen. I've still got 20 minutes of work to do when I'm done this. Hopefully you can do it cleaner and neater than me, but I'm going to enjoy this regardless. Cheers. Do I have a milk mustache? Have a great day, everybody.